left and right here in a minute. But a lot of the places to eat, a lot of the good little shops. The Grind Coffee shop is up here on the right in just a minute. One of the best places to get coffee here in town. The Root and Vine is a good restaurant on the left over here. There's the Grind on the right. Right here on the coffee house. That's Morganton Federal in front of us. The kind of really nice looking brick building, handsome looking brick building. It was owned by an old Confederate colonel, and now it's a savings and loan place, Morganton Savings and Loan. Kimbrell's in front of us is a kind of a catch-all sort of furniture place. A lot of people like to shop in there and see if they can find a different and unusual kinds of furniture. I'm taking you down Union Street. It's kind of one of the prettier parts of town. It's very historic. A lot of the older homes and stuff are there. So we'll take a quick turn around Union Street, and then we'll come back and just do another approach. I'm just going to crisscross town a little bit for about 40-45 minutes, just so you can get an idea of what it looks like in the summer. So fall will be coming pretty soon, so maybe in the next couple months I'll do another tour to show you how pretty Morganton is during the autumn season. And it is. It's a lot of hardwoods, pretty trees, very pretty town to drive around in and to come shop in. Now I live not in Morganton, I live actually in Valdese, a place called Mineral Springs Mountain, which is about 10 miles from here. But I have enjoyed working in Morganton. I like this a lot. I'm going to have to get over, I guess. I'm in the wrong lane. I got a string of traffic behind me. Let me see if I can do this and not make anybody mad. Okay, here we go. So the Habitat Burke Mission Station on the left does a lot of good for folks that are, once again, kind of down on their luck. And we are now moving into sort of the historic part of town, so you'll see some nice houses left and right on this. I'll try to not go too fast, even though I've got some people behind me that are in a hurry. And I'll show you these homes. A lot of people like to walk up and down through here. And you can see this lady here out on her walk. I used to walk this. I did rent an apartment here in Morganton for a while, and I loved walking up and down through here. It's just a classic little street. You see a lot of people in the mornings walking their dogs and stuff. First Baptist Church is there on the right, and I do their website, or at least I did the design on it, initial design, the redesign, and I've trained them to do it on their own. So I don't know, how things have progressed since I did it, but a few months ago I did their website. So I'm going to go up here. Now, if I were to go out to the right anywhere, talk about some fancy houses. There are some beautiful, fancy homes. A lot of the doctors and lawyers and business people live more in the neighborhood that's over to the right, back in the woods. But still, this is just a nice little section of town right here. We're on West Union Street. And I'm going to keep on. We're going to come up here in just a moment and intersect with, I guess, Highway 64. Presbyterian Church. And I am trying to go slow so you can see how pretty the flowers and things are. Now we're going to come back in, like I say, another way into town rather than backtracking. I hate to backtrack. I don't mind crisscrossing, but covering something we've seen before, we don't want to do that. There's the St. Charles Borromeo Catholic, or Borromeo, I don't know how you say it, Borromeo, it looks like to me, Catholic church there we just passed. I think it's probably the main Catholic church in Morganton. Morganton, just like a lot of places in the Southeast, is greatly Baptist and Methodist, some Presbyterian, Church of God, Assemblies of God, but mostly it's dominated probably by Baptist churches. And there are some Catholics and various other different faiths here. Now I could continue on. If we go straight, we'll end up going out toward where the big K is, this Kmart. It's actually a very good McDonald's over there across the street, but I'm going to take a right on this Sanford Drive, which is 64. Now we could turn left, we go back out toward Interstate 40. So like I say, Morganton is kind of a weird little patchwork of roads. It's not hard though. It's initially confusing. If you come to town, you can get turned around here. But I promise it's not too hard to get around in. So we're going back out toward 18, toward 181. And this kind of brings me to a place where I can at least talk a little bit about the Greenway. Now you can't see anything right now except trees, and I know that. But down below us to the left, Morganton has a really great Greenway. And even though you can't see it, it's running kind of parallel to the road in the woods down there to the left. And the river, I guess Linville River or Catawba River, I'm not sure at what point it turns from Linville to Catawba, is down in, I guess it's the Catawba River. And the river's down there, and there are a series of little walkways, bike trails and stuff just to our left. You can hear the cars and see the cars when you're down there riding around, but it stays nice and cool down there. Very shady. A lot of people like to walk their dogs, ride their bikes, jog and everything, just down into the woods there. It's actually outstanding. It's one of my favorite things to do in Morganton. So this is a little bit boring visually here, in that you're just seeing, you hear the logging truck and you're just seeing the highway and everything, and the trees and all, but it really is awesome down the Greenway. And this area we're getting ready to come up to here, where the post office and all is actually one of the good ways to get on the Greenway. To the left over here, it's called River Village. It does kind of border down onto the river, the post office on the right up here. But you can go park down here at this River Village and get on the Greenway. It's a nice little boardwalk area there where you can start your little journey, but it goes a good long ways back to the south and north from this point. So there are various different access points. Just look for Morganton Greenway on the internet, on Google or something. You'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to go right back into town. If I go left, I said that wrong a while ago about Big K. I think Big K's out this way behind me now. So my bad on that. We would have actually gone out more toward Freedom High School and all if I'd gone the other direction. But here we go. Now we're going back into town, and we'll see a whole different view, a whole different approach as we approach kind of on Sterling Street this time. This part of town are historic homes as well, just not as fancy as the ones over there on West Union Street. Got our Domino's. I understand the fish place we just passed here to the left is a very good place to get fresh fish. At least that's what I've been told. My boss told me that. Morganton Burke Senior Center, we just passed that. Better stop at the light. And then we're going to go up this hill and back toward town. Now, over to the left coming up, you'll see kind of a new drive that has been added for access to the Greenway. So yeah, as we go up the hill here, over on the left, you'll see that pavement over there that's adjacent to the road. That was actually made as a bike trail to get people, from the middle of town back down toward the Greenway. So you see a lot of people riding on bikes. Morganton, a very bike-friendly town. So yeah, when I was here living in town, when I got out with my bike, my wife Nikki would get out and ride. We big time enjoyed riding around Morganton. Don't get out and ride like I used to. It'd be good for me, no doubt. So here we are just about to come back into town. You can see some of the older homes, a lot of older homes in Morganton. And here we are. And so I'm gonna take you all the way kind of down this road, and then we'll crisscross back around another way. So this is another one of the major shopping areas in downtown Morganton. I've got a Mr. Policeman behind me. I'm trying to be real careful about what I do. Maybe he's gonna come around me. But you'll see here, this is where it's a very popular place. John Payne's photography studio there on the left. We also have up here Pat's Snack Bar on the left. Is a good place to get hot dogs, hamburgers. Table Rock Printer's been there forever. We're soon going to pass by my barbershop just in a minute. That's Sane's Barbershop. Again, look on my YouTube channel. Just do a little quick search for Sane's Barbershop, Tony Lee Glenn, and you'll see some insane stuff going on in there. It's funny. It's a funny, cool place to go get your hair cut. The guys in there got a lot of jokes. Big old line of bull, and they really know what they're doing when it comes to hair cutting. So this is again kind of coming from north back toward the southeast, I guess of Morganton. Music Center over there on the right, Gregory Jewelers, Starnes Law Firm. The local bakery there, my local bakery, is really good. Sains is just past that, so we're going to pass it just right now. Benjamin's, a local clothing store. Calais, it's a really nice little shopping, contemporary art shopping thing. Again, on the left, we've got the old courthouse in Morganton. Down here on the right, just in a minute, is Jake's Burgers, another good place to eat. I'm doing a lot of little construction around. I'm not aware of what's going on, some of it here. We're going to be coming down toward Morganton Feed and Seed, which is a sort of a local staple for gardeners. I buy a lot of my seed for winter garden and stuff in that little place there to the right. So that's Morganton Feed and Seed, and it's awesome inside. If you go upstairs, a lot of cool gifts and things. That it's not just a man's store or a gardener store. There's a lot of gifts and footwear, boots, and things like that. Nice little place to visit. So we kind of have made a bit of a circle. We're going to do a little bit of tracing our steps here, except that I think I might go up the hill. Let's take a right. Uh-oh, hope I'm not going to get in trouble.